Stephanie and welcome to my channel. So glad to see you again. Just want to give my condolences to those who are in Britain. A lot of my friends and family are in lockdown now. So I hope you can make the most of it and I hope you enjoy these videos just to add as a distraction, if nothing more. Today I'm going to be doing a January 2021 book review. It'll be the first one of the year, so let's get started. This book is A Keeper by Graham Norton. At the core, this is about a woman's discovery about her family secrets. Elizabeth Keane returns to Ireland after her mother's death, only to discover a box of letters from the father she never knew. The letters lead to a place of truth, and all is not what it seems. It's a modern melodrama full of emotion, discovery, and a discovery of an unsettled past. It's a well thought out plot with a subplot, and the book kept me guessing from start to finish, and I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was excellently written. If you like novels that leads you through different time periods and keeps you guessing from beginning to end, you're gonna absolutely love this. I could not put this down and it probably took me about 2 days to get through it. Highly recommend, should buy this one. Next up is The Lost for Words Bookshop, and this is by Stephanie Butler. I haven't heard much about this book, so I just happened to see it on for sale and I bought it on a whim. This is about a young girl named Loveday who prefers books to people, like a lot of book people do. She has a very challenging past, one that she wants to leave behind, forget about, and not have to bring it up again. However, somebody discovers her past and she needs to address it, but how she addresses it is to be determined, whether she does it in words, whether she speaks to somebody, but she has to address her past. It's a contemporary fiction. It's a heartbreaking story, which I was quite surprised by. It's got some raw emotion in there, and it's compelling and irresistible, and it's an absolute page turner. This one I couldn't put down as well. I've had such a good start with January books this year. This one I gave 4 out of 5. So if you like emotional, heartfelt stories, I think this one will be for you. And if you love books and you love to read about books and people in bookshops, I think you're going to really enjoy this book. It's wonderfully written and it touches the heart. Next is Onshantae by Jitter. I hope I pronounced that correct. This is based in Paris in 1789 during the reign of Marie Antoinette and King Louis XVI. Camille is the main protagonist. Camille recently lost her parents and now she has to provide for her siblings, and she has to find a way to do this. She has no choice but to use dark magic, which comes with its own set of problems. But in the world that she mixes with, nothing is as it seems. The historical fantasy during the French Revolution. This isn't something that I would normally reach out for, but I got quite drawn in by the cover. The plot was quite intriguing, and I won't lie, I love historical fiction. So this is one of the reasons why I picked up this book. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I think for hardcore fantasy readers, this is probably not for you. For people who are like me, who like a bit of light magic fantasy and don't tend to read much in the way of fantasy, then I think this is a nice book to read. I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it. Next, The Mercies by Millwood Hargrave. This book is based in Norway on an island in the year 1617. And on Christmas Eve, the men of the island go out fishing, but a storm comes and it just kills them all off. So the women are left to fend for themselves. So it becomes an island of women and children. This is based on true historical facts. I mentioned before, I do like historical fictions. So this is one of the reasons why I actually got this book, and it's a beautiful cover as well. I wanted to love this book, but it really felt short. It read as a YA novel with adult content. However, I did enjoy the plot and the build-up, I just wanted more from it. I gave this a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Let's just say I'm a fan of historical novels, hence why I read this one. I can tell from a good one to a great one, and this sits within the good realm of historical fictions. Like I said, I just felt like it fell a little bit short. However, I did like her writing, and I can't wait to see what else she brings out, because I did enjoy the actual premise behind this book. Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo. Hope I said that right. This is based on a teenager named Zamora, and she lives within a religious household. Her mother in particular is religious, so she has quite a strict upbringing. But she finds it quite challenging, and she wants to find ways to vent out her frustrations, write down about her life. Now she gets introduced to a poet club that one of her teachers mentions to her, and she has to decide, is she going to write poems? Is she willing to share these poems? And that will come and evolve as time goes along. I've never read a book written in verse before, and I thought this was a wonderful, wonderful read. It was incredibly descriptive considering there were so few words, and you could feel the emotion of the teenager and the angst and the frustrations in life, and how she wanted to take her life in the direction she wanted to go, which was slightly opposite to her mother. I gave this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Absolutely brilliant, and I can't wait to read more of Elizabeth's books. And last but by no means least, it's Daisy Jones and the Six. Now, I didn't want to get this when it first came out. I saw it on the bookshelves and I just thought, no, I'm not going to like this one. But I really enjoyed it. It's based in the 70s, and it's about how Daisy and the band join together and form the band that everybody is talking about. It's all about sex, drugs and rock and roll. That was the time back then. It's also about the relationships within the band. It's also experiences, and there's so much more to this book. They're believable fictional characters, and the music, you just want to listen to the music. It's written as though the band and the crew are being interviewed for a magazine. Characters are wonderful. It displays complex group dynamics, and it talks about the rise and fall of the band, and I thought it was absolutely brilliant, and I gave this 4.5 out of 5 stars. Should you buy it? Yes, only to experience Taylor's beautiful and convincing writing about a fictional band. So have you read any of these books? What are your thoughts, comments? Please comment below. I'd love to hear what you've got to say. And thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and like and ring the bell for notifications. And I hope to see you again. Bye now.